Alright, so we decided to make another day trip here to Girona. Yeah, I wanted to try to get some different views than we did last time. In the last video we did like the cathedral and the basilica and a couple of smaller things and walked the walls over there. Today we're going to check out some of the smaller museums, and also there's a hill, I believe it's Montjuïc, which is it was like something like the hill of the Jews or something to that effect. I'm not sure if I'm getting that correct, but yeah, anyway, here's the front side of this is the Basilica. We actually were on the other side when we entered. I think actually we were just up there, so I wasn't able to get the front here. But here's a nice view of the front. I'm sure you saw the portion there from our walk in the last video if you watched it, but here's the entry here. Very beautiful. So I found Rachel. She was over here digging through this little book festival here.
I can't resist.
So it looks like some good prices, maybe €1. And then there's just all kinds of tables out all the way down over here. It's a little bit busier today as far as tourists go. It is Saturday though, and when we were here last time it was Tuesday. So a little bit more people out, not too terrible though. Most of them I'm sure will be visiting the bigger spots, which we're not going to be visiting today. So we should be all right. There's a little bit of this Onyar River. I covered that in the other video as well, but we're a little bit further down, and there's just another bridge along that spans there. And also the Bookmark Market, it seems as if it's just kind of like knick-knack sale, books, different things, kind of like you would see at jumble sale or yard sale, or in like a thrift shop, basically, different types of items as you go along. There's the cathedral and the basilica with the bells going. It's a little cloudy today, a little cooler than it was last time. We're heading up the Carrer de Montjuïc, which is this road here that I'm assuming takes you up to the ruins up here. Alright, so as we were walking along that street heading to Montjuïc, we saw this other portion of the Roman wall, the old walls that were the old walls of the city here. This portion actually is freestanding, so this isn't the large portion that you can walk along for. Oh, it varies depending on where you read, but I think it's like upwards of, was it a couple kilometers or something? 2 to 3 kilometers, depending. But there's a spiral staircase to go up to the top of this one. It's real short. We're going to go up there and check out the view. I posted us walking along the full length of this wall in my other video. It's getting dark in that video, but you can get a decent idea if you're interested. Check that video out. But yeah, we'll head up there and check out the view real quick. Cathedral's going to town with the bells right now. Is it noon?
It is.
It's noon. Must be why they're having such a extensive bell tolling right now. Usually it was just a couple, but there's a little view while that bell tolls over the city. A little bit of this wall as we walk towards the cathedral. It's just a very short portion over here with some views down here. So maybe a little rotunda looking deal there, huh?
My thoughts?
Hope I'm getting some decent views. The clouds are making it a little dark, but I'm hoping I'm picking up some good lighting. Here's back up where we just were. There's that tower there. But yeah, we're gonna head back to that far end and then keep heading back towards that Montjuïc castle. All right, still heading up towards the castle, and found a torreta here. These, I believe this is basically there's a bunch of these torretas along the coast and now inland here, but they would use them as like a message system, lighting fires and so on, and moving the message along the coastline. I believe that's what that is. I don't know if we can get in here, but figured we'd kind of stop as we went along and
Something.
yeah, let's see. Barred up.
That's that.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it looks like they built a, what is this, like a power box?
Weird.
It is, it's like a some kind of modern installment within the old walls of this torreta, it looks like. Interesting. I just realized in our other day trip video, Rachel and I would have been on this opposite side over here. And Rachel was saying, oh, there's like a castle or something out. We were saying, oh, well, it's certainly some type of old ruin, but that would have been this. We were seeing it from across the way there. Well, we just climbed this hill up to the Castel de Montjuïc, and we've certainly seen some of the ruins. They're just all kind of spread out in this little area right on top of this hill. Down in here, there's a pretty awesome view of Girona from particular areas up here. So just behind that sign up there, we found a little pathway. Actually, Rachel started walking over this way and found this little pathway. So we're able to come down in here and start to be able to see some of the old walls from in this castle down in here. Yeah, there's an amazing view from up here. You can see all these snow-capped peaks back here. Probably in France, for all I know. And then as I just pan back over this way towards Girona and the old city center. So here's the... Sorry, it's hard for me to see because it's so bright. There's a cathedral. There's the Basilica. And just the rest of the city there. Check out these views of this castle ruins from up here. Gotta be careful, there's just no divider here. I wanted to hop on here and say this was actually, this is just like a park, I guess. There's no entry fee. We came up on the road, like I was saying, and just ended up down there basically, and then wandered that way and came up in here. So this is pretty trip. These arches are damn near eroded halfway, and they're still holding up. You can see it's actually bowed down and everything's just collapsed into itself. But I was noticed there's a couple of like climbing mounts as you go in here. People have put some different mounts for climbing. Someone stashed some up on the side of that there. So yeah, a little climbing spot in here. And then this just goes through to the other side to where we actually haven't gone to yet. I think we're gonna have to go all the way around, but we're trying to get over to there. Let's see if there's a spot in here to go in. Oh yeah, look at that. Just I wonder what the purpose of that would have been. Alright, if we can find our way out of these castle grounds, we're gonna head back into town. I think that this was an awesome place to come check out.
It was so cool. It was so neat to just imagine. There's no placards or information or anything anywhere. So it's just, you have to use a lot of your imagination to think what was here, what was going on, what was this pathway used for. And I'm really excited to go to the Archeological Museum because I think that's where
we'll get some answers.
Out what everything was. Yeah, at least images of what the place would have been, you know.
But yeah, we're gonna head out of here now and maybe try to find somewhere to eat. I wanted to try this Mexican food joint, so if they're open, we'll check them out. If not, we will not be eating there. All right, so we made it. They were open. We did just order. They took the menu away, but I got a carnitas plate, which is like shredded pork with beans and rice and a couple of tortillas, and I think that was like 15 euro. And then I also ordered 3 beef tacos, and that was like 7 euro. And what'd you get?
I got a pollo chimichanga, a chicken chimichanga, and I think it was 12
euro.
Euros, yeah.
So a little bit pricier, but we're near like the main like shopping touristy area here in Girona. So I was told that this place has really good food, so I'm really excited, and we'll catch you guys back up when it comes out and let you know. Alright, our plates just came out. I didn't get my tacos yet, but the carne asada, or the carnitas plate here, and Rachel's chimichanga look pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and dig in and see if my tacos show up, and we'll let you know how it is. Alright, my Vedea tacos showed up. Oddly, they came like 15 minutes after we were already eating our other plates, so we're gonna give them a try, and then I'll let you know what we thought about this place when we go outside. So here's the restaurant we just ate at, La Tortilla Tex-Mex. So this is actually, what was it, just the Archeological Museum?
Yeah.
So just around the corner where we're heading now is the Archeological Museum. So my opinion on the restaurant was the food was actually really good. Um, it was probably the best Mexican food I've had in Spain ever, and the best Mexican food I've had since we left Arizona a couple years ago and started traveling all the time. The only problem was I was a little underwhelmed by the price in relation to the size of the plate. Like that carnitas plate was 15 euro and it was so tiny. Like I was incredibly underwhelmed. Like I should have been really stuffed after a $15 plate of carnitas, but unfortunately I wasn't. And then my tacos came and they were a bit late or slow. I don't know. It was weird. They came like 15 minutes after we were done eating our first plate. I thought they had forgotten about them, but they were pretty good.
Yeah, they were okay.
Yeah, they weren't like carne asada taco. They were basically a Spanish version of that, which was, you know, a corn tortilla with onions and cilantro, and then the meat was just like cubed steak, which I know that's what carne asada is, but it tasted
It
like
wasn't the same. It didn't have that grilled.
yeah, it tasted like cubed steak, not like carne asada meat that you would get at like a good Mexican food joint. But yeah, we're just here at the Archaeological Museum now. We just got here. We're gonna go inside and check it out. So yeah, if you're in the area, check out that Mexican food joint. It wasn't too bad actually. All right, we just entered into the Archaeological Museum. The building is actually this place here. And it's not too extensive in here, but it kind of looks like you just walk along the outside and there's these plaques with the different information. Let's see. Looks like English, Spanish, and most likely Catalan. Some of the old artifacts they have in here. Looks like they've got a large portion of a mosaic here and a lot of like different pedestals, I guess those are. And then looks like some busts here. Just saw this thing around the corner. Where did it go? It was like over here. What's going on with this thing? Nice. As you can see, Rachel's freezing. It's so cold in here. That's actually a replica of that window up there. They just wanted to display the different, I guess how ornate the decoration is there. A lot of detail if you get in here and look. Well, we just found a bit more of an extensive collection in here. They give you a map when you come in, and it shows you like different stories, a different floor where different things are located. Like for example, here's a 20,000-year-old necklace. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it for us in this archaeological museum. It's not too extensive and it's actually freezing in here, so I'd like to get back out and get warmed up. This actually, it gives you a decent amount of information. If you take the time and look through it as you're walking along, you'll learn a little bit. But yeah, come check it out. So yeah, there's a little bit of information just outside here on the Church of San Pedro de Gallagon. Yeah, it says this building was built in the 12th century. So that's just where we just were in here with the Archaeological Museum. So yeah, there's that little tidbit there, and that gives you a little information about the building itself and the surrounding building. We're going to head on to the next stop. Some different views of the little corners and side streets that you run into as you're coming through here. Just kind of moving along, wondering where you're going to pop out. I think this is actually the baths.
It looks like it, yeah.
So in our video the other day, we were at these baths, but we came from the other direction, so... But yeah, check that out if you're interested in that other video. Little view from the cathedral here as we're trying to find this Where are we heading now? The art museum?
I think that's the next on the list.
So we'll see around this corner here. Did we just pass it? Just another nice corridor. Alright, so the art museum was just on the other side of the cathedral here, just straight ahead once you come around the corner. So you can get a little view. Ooh, that's neat. We didn't, this is also something we covered in our other video, but we were on the front side. We didn't come over onto this side. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check out this museum right here. There's a little information here on the art museum. There's what I was saying, it's just behind the cathedral there. That's what they're showing on this map. But here's just a neat little courtyard they've got here. Let's go in and check it out. Pretty interesting little section here with these nice panels. Some of them are pretty interesting, pretty graphic. There's actually a really nice like lobby actually over here too, by the bathroom. There's a bunch of chairs, and there's a little like coffee machine. I think coffee was like 40 cents, but it's rather cold in here because of all the stone and stuff. But in there it was like nice and warm, so if you wanted to tuck in there and grab a coffee. There was a little stairwell, and we came up, and it's kind of just like a cul-de-sac, and it's ended. But it's kind of neat. So this must have been at one point the outer wall, because just over here is a freaking toilet. At least I think it's a toilet. Look. And then see, yeah, it's all bricked off. So this must have ran outside of this, what would have been the outer wall. So Rachel just found some dolly paraphernalia here. Looks like some notes he wrote. All right, there's the outside of the art museum again. We've just left. We're gonna head towards the bright sun there, and actually we're gonna see if we can find the Jewish museum. All the museums are gonna be closing about an hour, and we have two left on that list that we were marking off, and one was the Cinema Museum and one was the Jewish Museum. And since we figured the Jewish Museum is closest, we'll just try to make it there and maybe make it to the Cinema Museum another time. The tickets were good for 6 months. All right, looks like we found the Jewish Museum. There's a little bit of information here for you. If I'm understanding this correctly, these were from Jewish burial sites on Montjuïc Hill, which is basically over where we were just at the Castel de Montjuïc, which is the Montjuïc Castle. So that's kind of neat that these artifacts from where we were just over at. So we're just in this nice little courtyard here. There's this, what its title is, I believe, a Columbus statue. It's really neat. But yeah, just a nice little courtyard in here. Just off to the side of that little courtyard I was just in is actually some Jewish baths. There's actually some water down in there. It's pretty cool. We were just at the Arab baths the other day, which are actually, those were influenced by Jewish baths as well. So they would have been influenced by a bath like that there. There's a bunch of pottery it looks like they excavated here. So we just left the Jewish Museum, and that was pretty extensive. Like, you got to check that out, and you know, you got to take your time and go through and read all the little things, and you know, so if you're in a rush, don't worry about that. But if you want to take your time and learn a bunch of history about the Jewish people in this area, check that out. And just outside the door, there's a temporary exhibition here. So the temporary exhibition seems to be free. It's just a very small little side area here, just across from the entrance into there, that you can come and check out. And there's just some works from different photographers, it looks like. But yeah, we're going to be heading away from the center here, the Jewish Museum, and seeing what else is going on around here. A little bit of the main center here with the Eiffel Bridge just here in the background. I also visited that in my other video, but I just wanted to get a little shot of the city here as the sun's going down. The other museum on our list was the Cinema Museum, which we could rush to get to, but then if we were to get there today, it would be, you know, we'd only have like 20 minutes left, so we're not going to go there. I'm going to actually walk by though and record it so I can at least cover it and see if I can get times and prices for everybody. So anyone who's interested in that type of thing can check that out. But yeah, we're just heading down this little road here on the other side of the river. And it looks like there's quite a bit of shops and stuff, and there's quite a bit of people walking down here. So we're gonna kind of stroll down here and see what's going on. Beautiful square here. Everyone's starting to come out and have drinks and you know, some tapas for the evening. And yeah, it's really beautiful out. It's not too cold. Just a nice little square here as we walk along. All right, we made it over to the museum so we can get some information here. So it looks like September through July, or June, excuse me, Tuesday to Saturday, 10 to 6, and then on Monday, I believe they're closed, and then Sunday it is 10 to 2 o'clock, it looks like there. I'll step back here. Here's a nice square just in front of it. And the building's kind of neat. They've got all kinds of, looks like different posters from movies possibly, or just different images in relation to cinema and film itself. And here's a little bit of looks like maybe some souvenirs you can get here at the cinema store. Yeah, here's just a little bit of the area around the museum here. We're just heading back to the train station here soon, probably wrapping up our day. Alright, we're just here at the train platform waiting for the train to take us back to Calais. I just wanted to jump on here and say thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the views that we were able to get as we went along. I just wanted to give a few more ideas of different things to do here in Girona, and it's not too far from our house, so we figured we'd run over here and check it out another day. If you're interested, check out that other video as well that I posted. It's the larger of the attractions here in Girona. But thanks for watching.